This young man is truly a genius. Dissatisfied with his bicycle being too slow, he had a sudden inspiration to install this discarded flywheel on top of the bicycle, thereby transforming it into a bike that can keep running without using fuel or electricity. I only realized at the end what it means to have hidden talents among people. The young man first split the flywheel into 3 equal parts and then brought a fan blade. Because he wanted to expand the flywheel by a circle, the young man measured the size and then cut out 3 iron bars. Openings are drilled precisely following the marked guidelines to connect the fan blades with the flywheel, allowing screws to align and insert properly. Fasten the metallic components to the flywheel securely and subsequently weld these 3 sections onto the fan blades. Once done, use a hammer to remove the surface welding slag, then insert a solid steel rod into the center hole. Subsequently install a bearing on each respective side. With this step completed, the modification process of the flywheel is finalized. Following this, the young man carefully turns the bicycle upside down and proceeds to remove the rear wheel frame and chain entirely. He then utilizes an angle grinder to cut off the rear fork arm of the bicycle. Then, using a stand, neatly arrange the front part of the bicycle with the flywheel and the rear part of the bicycle in order. Because the flywheel needs to be installed in the middle position, the young man first measures the distance between these 3 parts. Then, according to the measurements, fabricate a set of bent pipes and weld them to the sides and the front of the bike frame. At the same time, a piece of angle iron is welded horizontally at the back and the rear wheel frame is welded on top of the angle iron. Once completed, the flywheel is positioned in the middle. To enhance the overall stability of the entire frame, a curved pipe must be welded and securely fixed on top. Establish a connection between the front and rear sections of the vehicle. Subsequently, weld and firmly secure a diminutive gear onto the pulley. Then, after placing it on the side of the rear wheel, you can install the entire wheel onto the frame. Pay attention to the details in the video. After connecting the conveyor belt, this is the effect you get. Then the young man will reinstall and secure the foot lamp. Simultaneously, put together a gear shaft that features a dual chainring and weld it securely within the space between the rear wheel and the freewheel. Please pay attention to the chain. The large chainring connects to the gear on the front pedal, while the small chainring connects to the small gear on the rear wheel. Finally, meticulously polish the entire surface and subsequently spray a uniform layer of anti-corrosion paint. At this point, the entire bicycle modification is successfully completed. The young man couldn't wait to get on and take it for a test ride. You can see that just by giving the bike an initial push, the large inertia from the spinning flywheel also drives the wheels to turn. And it enables the bicycle to continue moving forward for an extended period, conserving a significant amount of effort. The overall speed has greatly improved, and I really have to admire the young man's superb craftsmanship and excellent operation. What are your thoughts on this bicycle? If the maximum score is 100, what rating would you assign to it? Please feel free to share any comments.